Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. So today, I'd like to talk about the potential that we maybe are going to see some new Stormcast Eternals in the near future. Now, for those who haven't caught up, we did a video talking about a bunch of rumours that we got from some other sources. You can go back and watch that video. I'll leave a link to it up on the top of the video somewhere. But what I was is talking about Stormcast Knights. Now, as in Knights in shining armor, like Bretonnian themed Stormcast is the rumor that was going around. So I'd like to elaborate more on this. I was having a really good conversation with a friend today while we were recording a couple of battle reports and after as well. So I'd like to sort of bring that conversation to everyone here and let's talk about, well, what exactly is a Stormcast Knight army? Because I think there's something to talk about because maybe it already exists, and that's going to be, I guess, the point we start on. So that first point, I guess, is Stormcast Knights. Well, they sort of already exist. So we've obviously got a few different variations of this. Now, obviously, I guess the most obvious knight that we have is we have the Dracothian Guard. The various different units that are Fulminators, Desolators, Concussors, and Tempestors that are our Dracothian Guard Knights. They are our full mounted cavalry chamber of Stormcast, obviously led by all the Stardrake stuff. Now, I get that while these are cavalry and these are heavy cavalry for Stormcast, they're maybe not what people think of when they think of generic knights, and I think that's maybe where we have something else coming. The other obvious thing we have is we have both the Evocators on Dracolines and we have the Vanguard Paladors who ride the Gryph-chargers. Now, for me, I think the Gryph-charger has the most accessibility out of any of these, or maybe the Dracolines as well. These are very different because we don't have heavy armored variations of either of those. The Dracolines are pretty much unarmored entirely, and the Gryph-chargers are very minimalistic on their armor. So maybe Knights could be riding weird creatures like this. And this was something that I sort of talked about with my mate. Like, maybe do we get heavily armored Gryph-chargers, where like the or Dracolines that are heavily armored? And then he countered with like, well, maybe they need something new. Is like, normally with every Stormcast chamber, something new comes out. I mean, I know we got the Lord Arcanum on Gryph-charger that's repeated, and I like that we have the crossbreeding between the different chambers having the similar mounts go through different chambers. You know, I'd really like to see like a Lord Arcanum on Stardrake one day and stuff like that. And I like that idea, but maybe when we get a new chamber, we're going to get something else new as well, entirely. And so this got me thinking, well, what is that new thing? What could it be? And I'm just going to spitball some ideas. This is completely like my own thoughts that we're having a chat with my mate. I just thought it was interesting and we might bring this conversation to all of you. So now let's talk about what I think maybe we could get and could see. And so that brings me to the end of our conversation and the point of what I think maybe we might see. Now, those of you that recognize this image will know it as Sleipnir. I am probably absolutely butchering the name Sleipnir, or Sleipnir, whatever it is called. It is Odin's eight-legged horse, and there's a whole bunch of cool Norse mythology about this you can go look up. But I don't think we're going to get this. But this got me thinking, like, the Stormcast have taken aspects of that Asgardian lore. I mean, Age of Sigmar has in general taken aspects of that Asgardian lore. And the Stormcast are these sort of thunder warriors in general. So I've got thinking, well, maybe we get some sort of thunder steeds. Some giant horses, and like the reason they can be giant and carry Stormcast is because we give them lore that they are these massive giant thunder steeds. Whether or not they can like run as fast as lightning or lightning crackles as they run around, there's a whole bunch of cool things this could end up being. You know, they do like mortal wounds when they hit because the lightning charges around them, or they can run over units that can fly, and who knows? Like, let's not get too crazy, but I had this idea of these giant steeds literally imbued with the power of Azyr, and maybe the cool like character mounted model is something on something like Sleipnir. This would be like a really cool thing to have, like this eight-legged horse that is like your general sort of mount. So I think that could be a really cool thing to see the Lord whatever leading this chamber riding. This was my general thought of like these giant steeds riding Stormcast in like, and you can change the Stormcast armor slightly. I think you could have, you know, the giant pauldrons as we do, but maybe have their chests covered with like plate mail or scale mail or chain mail. give them these extra bands of armor, really make these models look like they're absolutely heavy cavalry, and give them the room, like nice big shields where they can have lots of heraldry on. And yeah, I really think this could be something quite cool if this was what we went down. I'm really excited, if you can't tell by the idea and the thought of Stormcast Knights, and I'd really love to know everyone's thoughts on what they are expecting, what they think of, and whether or not, this is all rumour at this point, but it could be really cool to chat about and have these thoughts and these ideas for Stormcast, like what would you do to get some Stormcast Knights? What would it look like? How would you want it to look? How would you not want it to look? And all of this. I'd be really interested to hear everyone's thoughts. Well, thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and also drop a comment letting us know what you thought of everything in the video. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our fine community, you can do so by following the link to our Discord server in the description of the video. And thank you to everyone who supports the channel via Patreon. Thank you to James, AJC, JC, Christian Weir, Soren, Kenny Lyle, Outer and Shot First, Chaos Spawn, James Crowder, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, and Tim Newman. Thank you all for supporting the channel. If you'd like to help support the channel like they do, you can do so by following the links in the description of the video again to our Patreon and YouTube members. We will get a shout out for everyone who supports us. Lastly, go check out our featured channel section though. There's a ton of other fantastic Warhammer Age of Sigmar content creators in there, ranging from everything from battle reports, tactical videos, painting videos, lore videos, and more besides. That's it for today though, folks. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.